What is up, YouTube? Thank you for tuning back into the Castaway Fishing YouTube channel. Really appreciate you guys bridging over from TikTok, bringing some likes and some followers. I'm really trying to build this channel for the 2021 fishing season. I'm going to be doing anything from catches to fishing challenges to some reviews. So if you guys have anything in mind that you really want to see, don't be afraid to comment down below. I'm going to try my best to get it out there. I'm going to be organizing my tackle. Quite honestly, it's a mess. I didn't get a chance to organize anything after the last season, so I'm going to organize it for the 2021 season. I figured it'd be cool to let you guys be a part of this, show you some of the tackle I got and some of the setups. So let's get into this. So this was a cool thing that I made. It might just look like a piece of wood to you guys with some screws in it, but honestly, it works for spooling up spinning reels. I drilled a couple holes in it, put some screws in there. As you can see, they're different sizes, and you just put your spool on there, and you can use it for spooling up your spinning reels. Doesn't really work for bait casters or anything like that. It's a little bit different to spool those up, as I'm sure you guys know. But I mean, it works. If you're a budget fisherman like I am, you could just take a piece of wood and put some screws in it, and there you go. You got a spooling station right there for yourselves. This is how I like to organize my little roll-around cart with all my tackle in it. I like to keep my soft plastics in the top drawer because I go through these quite often during the summer, during the spring, pretty much all year round. I like to use soft plastics a lot. Next drawer down, I like to keep my spare reels and spare tackle that I buy just to replenish tackle boxes that I have in case I run out of something. I have jigs, a couple different things in here. I also have some reels. This is actually a really good deal I got at Dick's Sporting Goods. It was on sale. I believe it was $56. It's a Field & Stream digital scale. Works really well. I got it on sale for $31. It's actually really a good deal. Lastly, in the bottom drawer, I have some bobbers in a bag. I've been accruing these since I was a little kid. And I keep some old reels in here that I eventually do want to work on. Some of them are really old. There's ones that are dated 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I mean, just taking a look at some of these really are old. What even is this one? Doesn't even say on it, does it? No. Anyways, yeah, this is where I keep all my old reels and stuff that eventually I'll work on. Alright, so I'm going to start out with the top drawer. I'm going to do a time lapse for you guys so you guys don't have to go through the whole tedious process like I am of organizing this. So I'm going to speed everything up and yeah, let's get going on this. Catch you guys in a bit. Alright, so I got the whole thing cleaned out and trying to think which way I'm going to do this. I'm thinking I'm going to do a row of packs going this way and a row that way. That might work the best. I don't know. We'll see. Let's try it out. Alright, so that didn't exactly work how I intended it to. It actually took up a lot more space than what it originally did. So I'm probably just going to end up stacking it a little bit more neater? Is neater even a word? I don't know. So I'm probably just going to end up stacking it just the way that I had it. Just doing it a little bit more organized. That's a better word to use. So I wanted to ask you guys if you've ever seen these at your Walmart. Ozark Trail's been coming out with a lot of different baits. I've tried out their Whopper Plopper. It's just a topwater prop bait, but it's pretty much the same thing as a Whopper Plopper. I haven't tried out any of their Senkos or any of their swim baits yet, but I'm wondering if you guys have, and if you guys have noticed that Ozark Trail's coming out with a lot of new stuff at your store. As far as I've heard, Ozark Trail is Walmart's brand. So I've seen that they come out with a couple different new baits. I actually bought their bait caster that they came out with not too long ago over my birthday. It was actually my first bait caster that I actually bought myself. But yeah, let me know if you guys have ever tried these out, how you like them, how you like Ozark Trail stuff. Okay, so that honestly looks a heck of a lot better than what it did before. Before it was pretty much just strewn everywhere and there was no organization whatsoever. I mean, it isn't really organized by what type of baits they are, but it's a little bit easier for me to go through now and see which ones that I want to pick out during the spring or whenever I'm going to be in there next. The only one that I did not have room for was the saltwater plastics that I have, which is probably a good thing anyways, because a couple of them, as you can see, there's some gulp in there. I'm sure you guys know how bad gulp smells when it's open and when it breaks and leaks. I've had a couple tackle boxes when I was younger that I had to throw out because gulp ended up spilling in the box and it absolutely reeked. So it's probably a good idea that I have these out of there. Okay, so the next drawer has some reels in it, has some extra tackle that I had. I'm debating what I want to do, whether I want to take all the old reels out of the bottom drawer, because I mean they're in pretty rough shape as it is, so if I put them in a box it really isn't going to make too much of a difference of what shape they're in now. So I think I'm going to probably do that, and I'm going to have a separate drawer for extra tackle that I have, and have the bottom drawer as my reel drawer. Alright, so everything's back together now. I got all the old reels in a box. It's really not going to do much more damage to them, though. It's already been done. They need to be overhauled completely, so I'll probably end up posting some progress on those when I start to work on those. I'm going to start working on the boxes now. What I'm going to start with on the bottom is a box that has big saltwater lures in it. Has pretty much all the lures that I use for bluefish when I go down to New Jersey in the summer. Has some pencil poppers in there, a couple different baits in there, spoons. Doesn't look too disorganized. But yeah, I actually had a hard time trying to find these pencil poppers, the Gotcha pencil poppers. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's just because I went during a bad time of the season or not really quite sure why it was hard to find those, but kind of excited to use those in the summer. This box has a lot of freshwater lures in it. Let's see, there's a couple different ones. I got my frogs up top there. The Jitterbug remake over there. A couple different baits in this one. I really want to try and get one of those little boxes that you put like spinner baits and stuff in. I don't know if you guys really know what I'm talking about, but it'd be really cool to organize these because that's just a hook in the hand waiting to happen. But here's one of my favorites. I'm sure you guys know what a Z-Man chatterbait is. Black and blue for the win. This one has a lot of lures that I use for like muskie, striped bass. Sure, I could probably use them for a couple other things, but those are the main two that I use these for. This one looks pretty organized too. I mean, some of these lures are pretty big. So this one's one of my go-tos that I always keep in my tackle bag. It's got some rattle traps in it. It's got some spooks here, some jerk baits. This is the Ozark Trail prop bait that I mentioned in my previous video. I haven't seen too many people reviewing these. It's pretty much their version of the Whopper Plopper. And I feel like it works really well for what it is and for what the price point is. It's only like, I think it's like $5, something like that. And yeah, let me know if you guys have ever tried this out. Comment down below what you guys think of this and what you think in comparison to, say, the Whopper Plopper, because I think it's a pretty close call on that. This one's got some trout magnets in it, got some little spinners, beetle spins, a couple different things in that one. This one's a box that I take anywhere when I go saltwater fishing. Really love fluke fishing. It's got some of the bucktail jigs in there that I use, a couple smaller ones, different styles, got some split shot in there, more split shot, different hooks for if I'm making rigs for live bait. Yeah. I have some crappie baits in this one. Crappie, however you guys say it. I really want to try and get out and do some more of that during the spring and next fall. I didn't really get to do too much this year. It was really hit or miss with them. This one's for like snappers, snapper blues. It's got really small baits in there. I got some small jigs, small spoons, a couple different small baits for them in there. All right, so I got a couple other boxes here. This one's got like my micro fishing lures in it. This is my little Ned rig kit that I made. I spoke about this in my first video. Just with the jig heads that you get from Walmart, really cheap, and it's really good for a budget fisherman. This one I know you guys are gonna laugh about, with the bluegill kit that always comes out. I gotta say, at least a couple times a year when really nothing's biting and you just wanna feel a fish on the end of your line. This one I got some more trailers for jigs. This one I really haven't gotten too much use out of. This was a kit that I picked up from Walmart. This is another one of those go-to boxes that I use and I always have in my bag. It has all my jig heads in it. Got some Ned rigs in there, got some weedless football jigs. Yeah, a couple different ones in there, different colors, different styles, hook sizes. This side, I got some more, and a couple different soft plastics that I use on these jigs. My trout magnets. And lastly, I got one of these. These boxes are actually really nice. This is one of the first ones that I picked up. It's one of the waterproof, sealable ones. Let's see how good I could do opening this with one hand. Come on. Actually, not too bad. This one I keep all of my hooks in that I bring with me, freshwater fishing. A bunch of different hook sizes in there that I have. Actually got a couple more here that I gotta add to it. Put those in there. All right, so I'm gonna stack all these up, and yeah, that should be almost it for this video. I'll show you guys the end result in a minute when I'm done. All right, so that pretty much wraps everything up for this video. I went through all the soft plastics with you guys, went through some of my boxes and my go-tos, boxes that I keep in my bags when I go fishing. Really cannot wait for the 2021 fishing season to start. I'm gonna try and get my hands on a GoPro and a chest mount so I can do some fishing action for you guys. But yeah, I mean, when spring comes, we're gonna be doing a lot of fishing challenges. I'm gonna have features on my YouTube channel and on my TikTok. One of my buddies I go fishing with quite often, we already talked about it. We're gonna try and do some Walmart challenges, Dick's Sporting Goods challenges, Sportsman's Warehouse, pretty much anything. We'll do some crazy challenges, some fun challenges, and yeah, we're just gonna try and have a good time out there. And I hope you guys really enjoyed watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so you guys can see when I post new content. I'm gonna be trying to post every Friday. So yeah, grab your favorite rod and cast away.